Everybody, good evening.
Oh, we're not.
There you go.
What's up, kids? Hi. Improve.
We should get better.
Good evening, folks. Welcome to the program. I'm ready to get...
What? Chest. Stop touching my chest. Just because it said chest doesn't mean touch
Wait,
Ron's
is it saying that we need to work out?
chest. Maybe.
Improve chest?
Definitely.
Dude, I bought a home gym
Yeah.
2 months ago. You remember that?
Yeah. How's that working out?
We set it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Most people end up hanging stuff off.
Dude,
of
you
it.
know how people get a treadmill?
Yeah.
And it looks really good when company comes over, but you haven't used it? How long?
Yeah. Ours has got a little dust on it.
Yeah, when was the last time you used it? Can't remember, can
Probably
you?
3 months ago. At least 3 months ago.
That must have been when you went jogging.
No, I couldn't jog. I still can't.
All right, let me share this away. Share away, kids. Do us one good. Dude, if the school calls me again, I am answering it live on air. All right, abnormal realities. Whoop, sorry about that.
You want to get those started?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Whoop, sorry. Here we go. Let's roll. Whoop. Rocky Stucci. Today's Tuesday. Let's go.
Minute 15.
Minute 15. Write a post. Tuesday. Let's go.
60 seconds.
Stressing me out, Phillips. All right. Okay, now I feel it. I feel the pressure. I feel the pressure. Pages. Abnormal realities right here, folks. Right here. Right now.
That must be when
Okay,
you were jogging.
all right. That was me. All right, I got to keep that one. Okay, all right. Okay, don't stress at all. We're good. Roger Rabbit,
30
Jules,
seconds.
Matt Finn, what's going on, kids? All right, let's go over here. Megan, what's going on? There's Miss Jamie, Audrey, Sarah.
20 seconds.
Sarah, your podcast gave me chills. But never mind. What up, Livingston?
Here we go. 10 seconds.
800-597-9323. Call right now. 800-597-9323.
Journey into the matrix of the mind. Stretch your imagination and challenge reality. Abnormal realities are beacons for the imagination. What society deems abnormal may be more real than we think. This is Abnormal Realities with your hosts, Ron Phillips and Rocci Stucci.
Brother, you know, I'm saying, and we got to stop this conversation because we have a show to do, but I swear to God, grasshoppers are literally aliens undercover.
I saw that. And the whole creepy coming up to it
You
thing.
like that? You like
Yeah,
that?
but what was worse was how close you got to it. And I swear it looks like an alien head on that thing.
Dude, it literally just turned its head at me, and it said one of these. I'm going to do it at the camera. It said,
He's like, why are you so close?
that's what it was doing. And it was like, what, bro? Hey, by the way, high five. I'm a hero.
Oh, yes,
I'm a
you
hero.
are.
All right,
Why?
all right.
What'd you
Really
do?
quick. This is a very human thing to do. So there was, what was that all about, bro? You don't
He's a
think
hero. He is a hero. You're my hero. Yes. What's the very human thing to
All
do?
right, so he says, "What is the human thing to do?" Let me turn that back around. So yesterday or 2 days ago, there was a storm. We got a storm that rolled through.
Yeah,
here,
the
pretty
little
good
pop-up storm
It was
we've
a
got
quick
here.
pop-up storm. So I have this friend. It's a dove, and the dove has been on a nest.
Oh, I saw this picture.
I went outside, and the poor thing, it was on
The
the
baby.
ground, laying on its babies because the
Yeah.
nest came out of the tree.
Are you sure it wasn't a pigeon?
No, that was a dove.
It was a dove.
It was a
Okay.
dove. You remember I used to fly homing pigeons?
Yes, you did. Okay.
And then we used to breed doves, right?
Okay, so
And
the baby dove fell out of the nest.
So the mom came down and was laying on the ground on the doves. Like they just said, this is where my babies are. I'm going to take care of them. What we know.
Was there more than one baby?
There was 2 babies.
Oh.
So doves and pigeons usually have pairs. They usually have two eggs.
Okay.
And so, long story short, I posted the picture and then everybody started giving me advice on what not to do. I know
How many people said don't touch them?
a whole bunch of people,
Yeah.
but those, I used to have 300 parrots.
Yeah.
Right. I used to breed homing pigeons.
So, is it okay to touch them?
Well, you don't want to make a habit of it.
Yeah.
And even Lisa recommended to maybe put gloves on.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So it is a practice that you just don't want to. And it's probably more of a disease thing than it is like
scent.
a bird saying, oh, you smell like human. I don't want my baby no more.
Yeah.
Why did I say it like that?
I don't know, but it was a little.
So dove wouldn't talk like that generally.
Yeah.
Oh, you touch my baby. You don't want human no more.
I really could go a place with this, but I'm not going to.
So what
Yeah,
did,
no.
what did the meatball do?
Did
I
you
grabbed
put
the
them
nest,
back in the nest?
I climbed the tree and I put the nest back in the tree and put the babies back in the tree. And we were hesitant on if mommy was going to come back or not. Now I have a relationship with mommy and mommy come back for the buds.
There's
She
that
came back.
voice again.
She came back and she is in the nest, folks. She is on her 2 babies. The babies are good. I brought seed there today and the dove is pulling the seeds. Everybody good. No problem.
No what?
Problem. Problem. So, oh, you slapped me, you son of a bitch.
You snuck a grab in.
I did.
All right.
So birds are good.
Birds are good.
That's what we do.
Thank you, Rocky, for the protection of the wildlife.
You're welcome.
You did good.
Well, I
Okay.
was nervous that like a Sasquatch was going to come and say, "Oh, chicken wings."
Oh man,
Dude, I saw a video one time
Have you ever
where
had dove before?
I have. It's not good.
It's a little grainy.
I've had squab, which is pigeon breast.
Squab.
Squab, right. So when my dad was growing up, they didn't have a lot of money. So when they made their gravy, as they call it, I call it sauce, whatever you want to call it.
All right.
They could afford beef. So they used the pigeons that they were
Squab.
raising, squab. And
Okay.
they're this little tiny, cute little breast. And they put it in the sauce. And you cook the meat almost raw in the sauce. Son of a bitch.
I'm trying to figure out what
It's
accent
I
that
don't
is.
know for sure. There's like a Middle Eastern Asian thing going on.
Okay.
Dude, people make fun of the Italian accent all the time. I
All
think
the
I could
time.
throw a little bit in on that too. You know what I'm saying, Brother Phillips? So, dude, we got some
So-
creepy stuff.
Okay, so we burned 10 minutes there. What else can we talk
Dude, that
about?
was a good story.
Yeah, we've got some stuff to talk about tonight. We do have some stuff we're going to go into that deals with the show specifically. But so Rocky talked about this.
Oh, Jamaican. Livingston said I'm talking Jamaican.
No,
Man.
you're not. You are now. But
I'm Jamaican.
so we're going to talk a little bit about the Estes method,
Yes.
and this is kind of a neat little deal. But you said it's catching on,
yeah, all right. So, the Estes method.
and then we've got not one but 2 of our new segments called "What the hell is that?" The second one's going to freak you the hell out. We'll just go with that.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
And then,
Yep.
and then the big one, the big thing that we'll talk about probably later in the show.
what was that?
Are these the sounds of hell? You'll have to decide because Rocky and I both kind of, it just, especially if you're wearing headphones,
Yeah.
it's gonna wear you out a
Now,
little
some
bit,
of you
so-
might have already heard it, but this is real audio from Siberia.
Yeah.
We got some friends in Siberia.
Yeah.
You know, we're kind of Siberian gangsters. But it's really, it's coming up probably second segment.
Yeah, probably
Super
so.
creepy freaking audio that was caught. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this broadcast is brought to you by,
Boom. Yeah, it is.
oh,
Look at that.
Jesus.
Ladies and gentlemen, Romika Designs, laser engraving and cutting, laser cutting. You can find us at romikadesigns.com and at Romika Designs on all the socials. come join us. We've got a lot of cool products out there. They are the sponsor of Abnormal Realities.
That's right.
And yeah, they could use your business.
RomikaDesigns.com. Special orders too, folks. If you want a business,
We can do bulk orders. Yeah, I mean,
hey, softball teams,
bulk pricing. Yeah,
baseball teams. If you want mugs, if you got a little family reunion coming up, and you want something with your family name on it, he could do bulk.
Yeah,
supplies.
we did keychains. Man, we can do for businesses. We can do just about anything as it deals with engraving. So
come on,
yeah, give us a call. At least let us bid on it, and we'll see what we can do for you,
my man. And you know what? Best quality, best service, and the sexiest son of a bitch that makes this stuff. I got no.
Yeah,
words
she's downstairs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
All right. So we were kind of going through some different topics that we wanted to cover, and we ran across this article, and I'm like, holy crap, we literally just did this method.
You did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, you guys remember Travis. He came on the show.
Our Wiccan priest.
Yeah, I took a little shit from some of my super Christian friends, but they sin a lot, but they're super Christian. They preach to me all the time, but they sin a lot. Just saying.
Most Christians do, brother.
Whoa!
We're sinners. That's the way it works.
He said, bro.
Yeah, we're sinners. We sin a lot. We ask for forgiveness all the time.
We are the perfect.
But because we bring Wiccan priests on, doesn't mean we're not Christian.
Dude, you got yelled at by a dude. Oh, did you just give a face?
I might have given a face.
You said.
It wasn't the gas face, though.
Don't even. Don't even. I'm still mad at you about that new one. Son of a bitch.
Okay.
You went there. You totally threw me off with that.
Yeah, sorry. Tell us about the Estes method.
All right, now-
ESTES. Estes method.
Now, the Estes method it's kind of a new thing. We see these new ideas within the paranormal community. It's a new way. So we did a program last week, I think it was, brother, where when we talk about when we're listening to EVPs.
Yes.
And words come up, our mind automatically
Here's
what that word.
So like Rocky's video where he put the words of what we were supposed to be hearing on the screen, that's the McGurk effect that we talked about, where when you read it, your mind automatically searches for that in the sound.
I can't believe people are talking about my gas face in the damn chat room because you just brought that up.
It was actually baby gas face, wasn't it?
And they're saying that too.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I didn't want to really exaggerate too much. So
we got a story from Greg Newkirk. This is kind of
Yep.
cool. Go ahead.
now Greg Newkirk, I believe Greg Newkirk, he was in a documentary. Scotty and I had him on. Let me see if I can just find it really quick. It was called the Hellier documentary. That's where
Planet Weird's
Yeah,
Hellier.
Hellier. Yep. And Hellier, in fact, I'm going to try to get them on because they went in search of these caves in this small town in the middle of nowhere. And there was these little creatures about 3 feet tall that a ton of people saw. Now, I would go looking for it, but I wouldn't know what to do if I made contact. I'd be like, oh, they kind of probably, do I stroke it like that?
For those on the radio, he's talking about Petey, which is our little 14-inch alien that stands on the desk here.
And
no,
Petey-
you don't stroke it like that.
Well, you were,
I wasn't even touching it.
I'm
It just
a
looked
little
like I was
just- I
playing
got
with his ass. All
goosies
right.
a little bit
Yeah.
watching you do that, dude. You had great formation in your fingers.
Thank you.
So now this method that a lot of groups are doing, so this is really how it's done. So you still use the spirit box. And what somebody does is they put a blindfold.
This is
on.
the person using the spirit box.
This is the person using
They
the spirit
plug
box.
headphones in, yeah.
They plug it in. Do I still?
No.
And then they put blindfolds on. So they put noise canceling headphones on.
Okay.
And folks, by the way, when we mentioned Travis was with me. We were at a location downtown. It was literally a huge mansion right off of. It was Rebel, and I can't remember who else was with us. It was an AA building. It used to be a home. Huge freaking mansion. I think it was built in the mid 1800s. Super creepy. Now we had to roll up the cords at the end of the night with all of our video stuff. I wouldn't go in the basement to go get the camera because I was chicken shit. I'm not even lying.
You and I would have sit there and flipped a coin to see
Yep.
who was going to go get it.
I'd be
And
like-
if I lost, I would have still said you were going to get
I'll be
it.
like, let's go together.
Can you hold my hand?
Yeah, let's go together, Phillips. So it was Travis, it was Rebel, and a couple other people, and I feel super bad. I can't remember the name. So we put the headphones on, we put the blindfolds on, and then we turn the spirit box on in our ears, right? And now, instead of the spirit box being the device, we become the device, right? So we sit there, we can't see, and we cannot hear anything that's going on in the room. And we just...
So you're basically blocked out
100%.
with nothing but the spirit box coming through.
We're blocked out sight and sound.
So what do the other people in the room do while you're doing this?
They ask questions and talk like as if I was the spirit box.
Oh.
Okay.
So you're supposed to repeat what you hear in the box.
So, right. So, like, remember you came to my house and we just sat out and back and I just started asking questions. Now, at this location, we knew more about the location. So there's specific answers or questions we could ask, right? It wasn't just, what's your name? You know, knock once if you understand what I'm saying. You know, you don't ask your typical questions. Lots of times you start out with very typical questions and trying to work your way into a conversation, right?
Yeah.
So I put the blindfolds on, I put the headphones on, and I actually, even though they're really good noise canceling headphones, I still pushed on my ears, and then all you hear is the in your ear.
Right.
And then the other people in the room start asking questions. Now, all you do is you just, whatever you hear, whatever you can comprehend what you hear, you just say it. So I'll just be like, Christmas, 2, you know.
So the other people in the room are asking questions, and you're actually answering with what you hear, which may or may not make sense to them in the room asking the question.
It could, may or may not make sense.
Did you guys experience?
It was phenomenal.
Okay.
It was phenomenal. It was actually, and the really cool thing about it is you are eliminating the power of suggestion.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Which the power of suggestion is huge in the paranormal field because we go to locations. We already know it's there most of the time. We already know who we think we're going to talk to. So we create the intent that that's who we're talking to already. And then we're waiting for answers with very specific answers. In this situation, we knew no information on the history of the home. We just went and started asking questions. I did it for about a half an hour. I had it on and then we had somebody else do it. And it was really, really profound. And what made it more profound was the fact is that there was no leading. There was no leading into an answer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you can't hear them asking the question.
You can't hear anything except the spirit box. Because another thing I've thought, Ron, honest to God, now we talk about the power of the mind.
Right.
We talk about frequencies.
Right.
We talk about the Ouija board where scientists say that our subconscious actually can make that planchette move without us even consciously knowing that we're doing it, right? I've often wondered sometimes if our thoughts can actually create a noise or what would be perceived to be either an EVP or something that comes through on the spirit box. And I wanted to do an experiment. I wanted to do an experiment where a whole bunch of people all think of the exact same thing and really focus on that thought.
Right.
To see if we can get that exact word
to come out
the spirit box or come through of an EVP.
Well, look, I mean, you know, you're talking to the skeptic next to you here as much as I can be, but or willing to be. I want to believe. So what I do understand, though, is when you're listening to a spirit box, and quite honestly, I didn't know before I met you how a spirit box worked.
Yeah.
But it's scanning AM, FM
Pretty
bands.
much white noise. Yeah.
White, but with white noise, so it's just like static.
Yep.
And what you're picking up are very short blips of radio station sometimes.
You have to be able to decipher
Right.
it. Yep.
But here's my thought, and there are two of them. One, does the human mind automatically begin to try to piece together when they hear a word or they hear a noise? Does the human mind automatically try to make this a word? Yes, I think the answer is to that. The second thing is in the radio transmissions that you hear, because it's only a fraction of a second that you hear the station. So in those fractions of a second, have you ever heard the spirit box give you a response based on multiple radio station hits where the person is talking, but it forms a sentence?
Those are the most significant ones.
Okay.
Because what we do is we put it up on Audacity. It's the
and then
best
you take
software
out
to use.
the white noise.
You
Yeah.
take out the white noise, but what's cool about Audacity is you can actually see the lines of the static.
Yeah.
So every time you get a you're going to get a rise, right? You're going to get a volume increase and then decrease. So you actually see like the heartbeat going across the screen. And then you can actually count how many scans it scanned within
make that
a sentence.
Gotcha.
And that's profound to me because if you can get the same vocal tone, with fluctuation that is relevant in its response over multiple scans, 14, 15, 16 scans, well, then you know you're not catching a multi-second of a blip from a radio station.
Of a person reading a sentence. You're
Right.
not hearing that. Yeah.
Now, really quick, I just want to share this really quick. When I was going to school for electricity, and stop me if I've already brought it up on the show, I might have told you already, but when I was going to school, I went to school for industrial electrical and electronics. And my teacher was super fascinated, extreme skeptic, but he thought it was really fun what I did, right? He was really interested in just hearing the stories. And so I had all these different questions. You know, you have the REM pod where it monitors the status. Super easy to build. I mean, you can build one of those for $4, literally $4.
At a place called Radio Shack. Yes, folks, we used to have Radio Shack.
I missed you, Radio Shack. I miss you. So I was explaining to him that they had this thing called the Shack Hack. Well, they didn't sell that version of radio anymore, but I wanted to take a radio into school, and we went in and we operated on the radio. We literally detuned it. We took the receiver out, literally took it out. Now, radios have this feature inside. It's a mute feature, which the mute feature, basically what it does is that
keeps
when
the squelch away.
Right. And when you scan it, like when you click scan in your car and it's looking for stations, what stops it is that mute feature.
Yeah.
So as it's scanning, it picks up a station, it mutes the scan, right?
Yes.
We eliminated that. No antenna, no receiver, no mute feature on it. And it was a really weird, it was different than your typical spirit box. And so we did all that. We went to this super freaking creepy abandoned farmhouse that's been there for 16 years. What was more frightening to me was the fact that there was pajamas still in the freaking closet in the home 16 years later from the grandma who lived there. Seeing her pajamas messed up my face.
Nobody took their...
So the grandma died. They just left the house there.
Yeah.
They owned a bunch of land, and they just built a house on the other side of the property.
And just forgot
left the
about
house.
this one.
Just left it there. Her pajamas, dude, freaked me out. Dressers was still in the room. The grandfather, he died 19 years prior. You go down in the basement, and he was an at-home scientist. All this stuff was like on the counter, like he just finished yesterday.
At-home scientist. Now that would be cool.
At-home scientist.
So it was all just left like it was when he passed away.
Like Chernobyl. Like it was Chernobyl. Like what it was that day, and they just left it. Super freaking creepy. Pajamas, dude.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about those things. I'm going to counseling for it. So I wanted to use this spirit box, and so or hack shack or whatever you wanted to call it, right? So we're up in the room, and I'm running this thing for 45 minutes, and because the grandma was German, I'm like, sprechen die Deutsch, diese was du machen, schlafen, diese machen Butter. And I have this book, and I'm reading all this German.
Would you mind translating?
Yes. What are you doing sleeping in a bed of butter? Yeah, I did.
I wish I hadn't asked that question.
Diese was du machen, schlafen, diese machen Butter.
What are you doing sleeping
in a bed
in
full
a
of butter?
bed full of butter?
Yes.
Have you ever used that sentence talking to anyone in your life?
I go out.
Is this what you ask Germans?
I do. No, not Germans. I ask that to people who don't know German, and then I just make up what I really feel like I wanted to say, but I don't know how to say. I'll be like, diese was machen, schlafen diese machen Butter? And they're like, what? I'm like, is this yellow and pink?
That's the translation.
That's the translation.
You could have come up with something like that when I asked. You didn't have to give me the real translation.
Well, that's it. That's it. And I feel good about that.
Okay,
right?
shit. All right.
He says, okay, shit. So here's the cool thing. We ran it for 45 minutes. And my buddy John Savage, as a matter of fact, we're going to try to get him on the program. He's the original founder of Minnesota Paranormal Investigators.
Okay.
The longest running, first official paranormal group in the state of Minnesota. Guy's been around. Really cool. He's the one who got me into the paranormal. I don't know if I should thank him or punch him, but anyways.
Depends on how well our show does.
Yep.
Moving forward.
We were getting ready to go, and I was getting ready to shut the box off. I was like, okay, all right, first experiment will fail.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we heard David, and I was like, David. I mean, and it wasn't even like it was David, just like David. I'm like, damn, like
was there anybody there named David?
Okay, So we packed up, we high-fived each other. I'm like, okay, we got a hit. That's what I needed. I just needed a hit just to know that
confirmation that the box was working.
the box is working. And so about 20 minutes go by, we're packing up, and then the girl comes over, the one that called me to come to this site to investigate, and we're getting ready to go, and I'm like, oh, damn. I was like, David. I was like, does David ring a bell to you at all? And she looked at me, and her face is completely dropped. And I was like, oh, what? She's like, David is a friend of the family, and he just died on this property like 2 months ago. He was in a tree stand hunting, and he had a heart attack, and he died on site. And I was like, what? What?
See, that's the moment when you realize, okay, there's something to this. The name David just doesn't.
And so clear. Now, you've heard things on the spirit box that you have the right to question. You're like, well, it kind of sounded like that.
The only time I've ever heard something on the spirit box is I've had to piece it together and tell myself it sounds like this. The other day when we heard Hello Mario, you remember?
Yeah.
I distinctly heard those words. At least in my mind, I heard that's what it said.
It was pretty damn clear.
Yeah. Okay.
With the Hello Mario we've been getting some weird stuff in our house because, we're talking about ghosts a lot now. So all of a sudden we're manifesting it to happen.
Yeah.
I felt something in my house. We fired up the spirit box. My son Mario was with me, and clear as day, it came through, hello, Mario. And it's like, damn, I had to send that to Phillips really quick because it was pretty profound. But so that's the thing, right? So now when you have a spirit box like that, Ron, and you completely detune it, you have zero radio, absolutely no radio, nothing. It will not pick up nothing, straight white noise and clicks. And then when you set it up like that, and then you get David that comes through, that makes it that more legitimate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Makes the whole white noise theory legitimate. So Audrey said in the chat room really quick, because we're just about out of time, Rocky will be issuing a formal apology to the following countries after the show. India, Pakistan, Italy, Japan, China, Jamaica, and now Germany.
See, I told you.
I told you, dieser was du machen schlafen, dieser machen Buddha.
Folks, we're going to be heading into a break. We've got a lot of other stories, a lot of other cool stuff we're going to talk about.
Creepy ass audio.
Yeah, we've got some creepy audio. We're going to be talking about 2 of our What the Hell Is That segments. Just because we got 2 at the last, or we got 1 at the last minute, we wanted to throw it in there.
Yep.
But we're also going to, I don't know if I'm going to have nightmares after that second one or not.
I already got them.
Yeah. All right, folks, we'll be back in about 2 minutes.
Germany, I'm not sorry. Australia, not sorry.
Oh, yeah, you can check out our gear over at abnormalrealities.com. Get over there, check out, see what we've got. We do have a little bit of a new logo we're going to start throwing out there.
It is really cool.
It's kind of cool, yeah. Thank you to a very special person for creating this logo for us.
Yeah, if I said the name, I'd get in trouble. Ryan yelled at me last week.
So we're going to be using that as our secondary logo. It's a little bit easier to engrave, if you will, than my face and Rocky's face back here like these right here. So we're back in 60 seconds on the radio. What are you grabbing? Oh, stop, dude.
I'm gonna send you guys a color. Ron. Look.
Okay, stop.
Oh, you giggle. Ron, I'm gonna telepathically say a color. And I need you in the chat rooms to tell me what color I'm thinking. Ready? Here we go.
30 seconds. All right, everybody, think. Concentrate. He's sending you the color.
What color is it? I sent it. First one that guesses it gets a huge hug from Ron Phillips. for 30
And
seconds.
that will be special.
Nope, not blue. Not purple, Scott. Of course you'd pick purple, Mr. I Love Prince. Not blue, not blue.
All right, we're back in 5.
With Jason Gouffre, only on Mojo 50.
Welcome back to Abnormal Realities, folks. My name is Ron Phillips. This is Rocci, Stucci, and Petey.
How you doing?
Petey
Hey.
the Gray.
So Andrew Speck, hey, by the way, thank you. The first official customer for my son.
Andrew?
No, Andrew Speck.
Yeah, fantastic.
Dude,
Thanks,
big
Andrew.
old order, bro.
Yeah,
it's going out
fantastic.
tomorrow. We got it all set up. Thank you, Andrew.
This is wayfinderlures.com, by the way.
Wayfinder Lures, and he's painting a whole bunch. Man, this dude's on fire, man. Hey, listen, folks.
He's like a machine out there.
19 years old.
Yeah.
All right, 19 years old. He made the choice to come down to Texas with us and to have the entrepreneurial mind. It's a dream. It's a vision, right? And the fact that he stuck through it, through the bumps and the hurdles and the mistakes, and he invested all on his own. No money came from me or Lisa. Super proud of him. Wayfinderlures.com. Not purple, not green, not black, not red. Wait a minute. No, not lavender. Good call, though, Andrew.
I've got orange over here.
Not
Shot
orange.
Bowden. I've got blue.
What? Come on, people.
I've got pink. I've got poussey. What the hell is poussey?
What color is that? Son of a bitch.
Yeah, but you can't give it to her. She's in the studio audience.
But she's right.
I know. That's because we've said every other color.
Actually, no, I was going to say yellow.
Okay, whatever.
See, dude, that's some magical stuff. All right, well, we have a winner in-house, so you get to hug Ron for 30 seconds.
Yay.
Woo! It was yellow.
That's
I
funny.
just so everybody knows, I pointed right here, right there,
Yep.
underneath the table,
Yeah, he
and
did.
it was yellow.
He did.
So welcome back, folks. Hey, I love you guys. We appreciate you. Don't forget to get over to iTunes. Do it for us, please. Click the stars. Give us 5-star. We prefer. And leave a comment. We appreciate it. We're trying to get on the algorithm things. The downloads have been mind-blowing. The Spreaker, you can listen live on Spreaker. You can watch on YouTube. You can watch on Facebook. OpsLens, Mojo 50, iHeart, Odyssey Radio. We are literally broadcasting world freaking wide, and we're honored and we're grateful for each and every one of you. Ron Phillips, take it away.
Wow, Rocky. Thank you. Jeez, dude.
Woo, what?
No, thanks, everybody. We do want you to get out there and give us a review. Be honest with us. Let us know how you think the show's going and what we can do. Like we asked, I guess, a couple of nights ago. If there's something you want us to cover, send it to us. We'll talk it out and we'll figure out what we're going to do. And if there's anybody that you know who would make a great guest on the show, send them to us or message us with their contact information.
Could be you.
And we'll reach out to them.
You got a really cool story. We want to hear it. We don't, most of you have shared experiences with us, one form or the other. You want to bring it on the show? I think if it raises a good conversation, let's do it.
Yeah. The segments that we started doing a few weeks ago, in today's day and age, it's a little difficult to find enough what the hell is that segment stuff, because everything is just crazy weird right now.
Yep.
So it's all kind of what the hell is that. But we found two that we thought would be pretty good for our segment called What the hell is that? All right, folks, I'm gonna hit you with this. We got this sent to us. And it's a little difficult to see in this initial image, but we got this sent to us from one of our listeners who got it from, where did she say she got that from?
Can we say who it
the
was?
director of Phoenix MUFON.
I've been telepathically communicating with her through the show.
Yeah.
It was Audrey.
Audrey. Thank you, Audrey, for sending that. So if you can't really see what's in this image, let me blow it up a little bit more for you. Are you beginning to see it now? We're not really sure what that is above the road and above the tree there, kind of center of the screen. But quite honestly,
Interesting.
it's interesting.
Yep. It is interesting.
Here's another blow up.
See, now things change.
What the hell is that?
What the dude?
Is that, I mean, okay, I see it's clouds. I understand that. Do we have cloud cloaking going on now? What is this?
I would think, with as much as we say UFOs are technologically advanced, you would think that maybe they do have technology to maybe give the impression to look like a cloud or be able to use it as cover. Now, there was a picture one time of somebody flying in a plane, and there was one of the part of a cloud. It was standing up, and I'm being super professional right now, but it was just one part was standing up, and it gave this illusion that it looked like a giant walking on the clouds.
So I zoomed in way tight. And so for everybody listening on the radio, we'll post these on our Facebook page so you can go out and see them. But I've got one more shot of this, and I zoomed in as tight as I could. Why the square edges on that?
Yeah.
And is that fake?
Is it, well, you know, there's a lot of things I think a logical person should ask, right?
Yeah.
Is it a shadow? Is it an angle? But as we look at the picture, it does look square. And could it be a natural formation? Sure, it could. But it looks interesting.
That is wild.
It is wild. Wild enough for us to share it.
No, wild enough. But see, this was the original image, and so we, zoomed in on it. Now,
Pure Love said it looks like a giant cargo container. It really does look like a giant cargo
it does.
container.
Yeah. Let me get that off the screen there. Okay.
Now we had, who was on the show? Oh, it was Brad. Brad said he saw something that looked like an 18-wheeler, so a square object.
Oh yeah, off in the distance.
Off in the distance.
When he was talking about the lights, the Marfa lights in South Texas.
You got a great memory.
Yeah, I want to go down there and see those. People talk about them all the time.
Is it far?
Probably 5-6 hours.
Should we set up an event?
Well, we could do that.
We
could broadcast from down there.
Bring sandwiches and shit.
Got one more video of clouds that we want to show you. It's another kind of what the hell is that? It's not the second one though.
No, it's
this kind
not.
of goes along with the first one. But take a look at this.
Oh.
Bro, like what?
Oh, dude. Hold on now. I don't know if he's moving the camera there.
I'm gonna say he's moving the camera.
So at first that was our
because
initial.
that, honestly, to me, looks like a lenticular cloud.
All right, let's start it over. Now watch as he zooms in because you actually still see a little bit of land before it just goes solo shot.
Okay.
All right, watch real close. Watch. Okay, never mind.
Bro, like
I don't know, dude. I don't know if
He did well when he zoomed in, started twisting the camera. I'm pretty sure that camera, he's turning the camera to make it look like that.
Okay, but so that could just be a singular cloud that looks like a UFO.
Honestly, that to me is definitely just a small cloud, lenticular in shape, and it just looks like he's turning his deal.
Bro.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, look, this next one's going to shock you. I don't know how else to tell you.
This is Ron's cousin.
No, it's not. It will make you have nightmares.
Actually, Audrey's cousin.
So take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Turn your freaking radio up, bitches. What?
Rocky, I'll just ask the question now.
Yeah, I would.
What the hell is this?
Oh, come on. What?
It's the demon in
Break
the corner of my room
Yeah.
while I'm having
What's
sleep
up?
paralysis.
How you doing? Diese was du machen, schlafen diese machen, Buddha, 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 schlafen diese machen, Buddha, Buddha, Buddha. Oh, look at the crotch!
Oh, good Lord.
Oh! Yeah, work
Lord.
it. Work it.
Lord,
Work it.
please stop
Work
the
it.
madness.
Where'd it
That
go?
was some wild.
Where'd it go?
That was freaky.
All right, now,
No,
you went?
no. I know what the next question is going to be. No, I wouldn't.
The question is that a dude or is that, I mean, what is that? Is that a they?
The demon that stands in the corner of my room while I have sleep paralysis. That's what
Okay,
that
so
was.
if you ran into, say you're at Walmart, you don't get shocked when you're
Okay,
at Walmart.
that would not shock me so much at Walmart.
And you saw that thing in the potato chip section while you're looking for your Doritos. And would you say hi? I would. I'd be like, can I take a selfie with you? What? Oh, come on.
No.
Give me the music.
No, no. I just, no. Wanted to remind. You got a little dry heave going on.
For $1 million, Ron Phillips, would you?
In a heartbeat. There's a price for everything, and $1 million is a lot of damn money.
I should have started out at 50,000.
You should
worked my
in
way
a
up.
heartbeat. You should have started at $10, but no,
You didn't even flinch. You're like, oh, in a heartbeat, bro.
because I'd already been telling him, hell no, not
Hell
even close.
no.
No.
But there's your future, bro. There's your future. Just
God,
think.
dog. Welcome to our segments called "What the Hell Is
Dude,
That?"
I
We enjoy
love
those.
that video, man. I mean, it's like I want to look that person up on Facebook to see what kind of post they post.
Freaking weird, dude.
Do you
Freaking
think-
weird.
Do you think that thing believes in Jesus?
I don't know.
Really?
I have no idea.
Wow.
Okay,
I want to hear some people's opinions. I'm trying to say, but what?
so can you tell the story about this next item we're going to talk about?
What are we talking about?
Maybe the sounds of hell.
Oh, all right. So Ron has a cousin who lives in Siberia, and
No, I don't.
Yeah, dude.
I don't have any cousins that live outside the state of Texas. I don't think.
So they were Bigfoot hunting, and give me a Bigfoot call.
I'm not doing
Just
a
one.
Bigfoot
Give me
call.
give me a holler. Whoop, whoop,
There you go. See,
whoop.
and no Bigfoots came a running.
Dude, that was pretty good.
It was though.
I'm getting better on practicing.
You're practicing.
I was doing it one time at 3 a.m. Lisa's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I says, "Dude, Ron gave me homework. All right."
You make sure Lisa knows I did
Whoop.
not give you that to do.
And then he hit trees.
yeah,
Whoop.
hit the tree.
What if you got a whoop back? Then what?
I don't know.
Oh, you only made it to that part.
Yeah,
right.
I don't
You
know
know,
what you do if you're standing out in the woods in the dark and you go whoop, and something goes whoop whoop, and then you go. Oh,
I'm like, give me a beer.
what do you do? I haven't thought past the first whoop yet.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Just being out in the middle of the woods in the middle of the night is enough to freak me out. When I was
Yes.
at Burlington,
Yeah.
you saw the pictures when Lisa and I were there. Super creepy place. I was the only dude, and I'm there to protect, right? And there was a whole bunch of chicks that were there. Chicks, I said it. Go ahead and send me an email. It's ron@abnormalrealities.com. And I was like,
I have a forward button.
Yeah. I was like, I'm going to be a man about this, right? Okay, it was 3 a.m. That's all I heard about all night. We got super creepy EVPs that did not sound human. They were like gurgly, growly type
Okay.
of, and I thought they were
But
aliens.
you were there to protect the women.
Of course I was. 'Cause
The
that's what
chicks,
I do.
I'm
the
sorry.
chicks, right?
All right.
So I'm like, you guys, it's 3 a.m. I'm like, you go first. I'll be back, right? And now, mind you, I kept hearing Bigfoot stories all night. We had to walk a long way to get out of the woods. And I started filming. Lisa's like, why are you filming? I'm like, baby. I mean, and I was serious as shit, dude. I'm like, if something like tries to eat my face or tries to grab me,
I want it on camera.
I want it on camera. and here's the weirdest part: is little stones were getting thrown at us.
What?
Little stone, dude. You can call Lisa right now on the phone. You call her.
I'm
Call
not
her.
going to call her. Little stones were being thrown at you from
So,
where? I mean,
that was
out
part-
in the woods.
That was part of the phenomena out there, right? The only part that made me uncomfortable is when we got there, we had to offer M&Ms to the fairies, and then we had to hug the tree. That was all part of the program. I felt really weird, but
what the hell program was that?
it was part of the tour. So we had a private tour from the lady who did the tours in the haunted
But you
woods.
had to offer M&Ms to the fairies.
Yeah,
Did they like them?
I don't know, but I hugged the tree too. That was actually kind of cool.
Did you hug a fairy?
No, I would have. I did.
Awkward silence. Okay.
It was. No, seriously. You would have had to do it too. And you would have done it. And you would have made it look good. It was all part of the program. She's like, okay. And then she gave me M&Ms. I'm like, well, what do you want me to do with these?
So you ate the M&Ms.
She's like,
instead
no,
of getting-
dummy. I'm like, aren't you spiritual? You can't call me dummy if
All
you're
right.
spiritual.
All right. Go ahead with it.
All right. So you leave M&Ms on the ground. You hug the tree. And that is like your blessing to go into the woods, right? I had to do it. I just didn't want to be cursed, right? But when I was, so part of
If there's ever a place that you have to go, that you have to provide something so that there's not a curse on you, my recommendation is to just go ahead and do it, even if you think it's dumb as hell.
you do it.
Because who knows, right? Okay. Go
All
ahead.
right. So now we heard stories. Now, a ton of UFO sightings for real. A lot
Out
of
there
big,
where you were.
Yep.
Is it
it's
Burlington?
Burlington, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And a lot of Bigfoot hunters and Bigfoot sightings in Burlington, Wisconsin. So I'm like, all right, this is kind of cool. Let's check it out. Super creepy EVPs, super creepy pictures we got that were absolutely, I actually went there to debunk things.
Is this the one that you showed me the pictures of where y'all are at the campsite and you were doing the you had
fire.
the ghostly images around the fire?
The fire.
Yeah.
We had a little tiny fire, but there's pictures of the fire like trying to grab us. I mean, I'll share the pictures on our
Yeah.
Facebook page. Super creepy.
and then there was like literally an apparition.
right next to Lisa. And it was right next to her, and you looked at it and you're like, that's a shaman. It was a shaman.
Yeah.
It looked like a Native American shaman. And then there was pictures, and I was using a good camera. I thought they were trying to scam people with this weird photography, but because the vortex had screwed up the camera. There was like a picture of Lisa where there's 3 different pictures of Lisa in one picture. I cannot explain that. It was the weirdest freaking thing in my life. But, you hear stories all night about Bigfoot. And then you hear stories of like things being thrown at you. And I'm like, okay, that's just part of the tour. Just to try to freak people out. It wasn't working for me. It really did. But it wasn't working for me. So we're walking out. And honestly, brother, super serious. I was freaked out walking out of those woods.
But why did you have to walk out of the woods? I thought you were camping out there.
No, we weren't camping.
Oh, okay.
It was just, we went back there.
So you had ended up having to walk out of that place where you were at night at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, witching hour.
Why?
We had to leave.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so how far was from the campsite?
It was about 3/4 of a mile walk out of the woods. It was a very single, narrow path. And it was a very woody area, right? To get out. Where we were, it was pretty open. Now, this is where they say there's ancient structures, and they actually found a pyramid in a lake. A pyramid underwater. Underwater archaeologists had to go down there, and I mean, the weirdest crap in this town. It's like, and they're trying to make it all disappear. The aerial shots of this place is phenomenal. So they think that there's ancient cultures that
Is that why they call it the vortex?
Well, no, there are vortexes all across the planet. I mean, all across the planet. Some of them literally change your perception of height. Trees grow in spirals. There's one in Poland where the trees literally grow in spirals. It's a different type of energy that's being emitted from the planet right there.
Okay.
And it's just really weird stuff. So when we were walking out, dude, seriously, there was little pebbles being thrown at us. I promise you can message Lisa right now and she will return the message and she'll be like, dude, he's totally serious.
But no big boulder, no rocks hard enough to hurt
they're
you.
just little tiny pebbles. And it freaked me the hell out.
I can see Bigfoot in the trees right now going,
I don't know what was doing it. And if it was Bigfoot, I'm going to beat his ass.
Bigfoot was offering stones, M&Ms to the fairies. I cracked myself up. I'm sorry, buddy.
The hell's wrong with you? Oh, I told you this was going to be good, bro.
My face is red. I'm sorry. Don't touch me. Okay.
Oh, you just tickled my nipple, bro. And he's like, don't touch me.
Okay. He was offering to the fairies. Okay. Sorry.
I should have never told your ass that. Your eyes are watering right now, bro.
I can't breathe. Just breathe. Sounds of hell, Rocky. Sounds of hell.
Is that where we're going with this?
Yeah.
You good now?
It seems a little weird. It seems a little weird to segue into Sounds of Hell from this, but we gotta do something.
What? Yeah, I should have never told you about the fairy part and hugging the tree.
Damn it.
Yeah, you got me, Andrew. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Schlafen is Mahambuta.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I told you this to do.
Slipped in the butter. Okay.
Yeah, you slipped in the butter.
Right.
Ron has a case of the giggles. Rocky's face looks as red as Rocky's shirt.
Skip the Zip said sounds like Rocky somehow pissed off the fairies.
I pissed something off.
Yeah. I just can't help it. I've got this image in my mind. It's cracking me up.
Oh my God, bro. That's hilarious.
Shit. Bigfoot throwing M&Ms at you.
Dude, why don't you let the butt show? You think we're going to get like Facebook banned?
Come on, Sounds of Hell.
Okay. All right. So Ron's cousin was in Siberia, Bigfoot hunting, right?
No, it's not my cousin.
His cousin Tony. Wasn't
All
it
right.
Tony? He says, all right, dude, just fairies and M&Ms. I'm still there. All right. So some of you have heard this audio. Let me find it here real quick. I love that Ron, LMAO, Pure Love Ascension said. Teresa, LOL, Cuervo. Look at everybody over there on YouTube all laughing at my shit. What?
Oh, man.
Ron, you love this. You know we're cutting this out, right?
I can't help it.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, dude,
we
I
sure
started
are.
thinking about
Oh,
Bigfoot
he's
throwing
gone.
pills. All right.
Reel it in, boys. Reel it in. All right. So now, this is audio from a Siberian recording back in 1989. There's people that are skeptic about it, and then there's people that aren't. Now,
So it was a deep well that they sent this audio down.
it was a super deep well. It was an extremely hot well. So I'm going to assume in Siberia, that's kind of weird because it's super cold there, right? I mean, people's nipples pop off when it gets really cold.
Yeah,
That cold.
so it was.
That's really cold. That happened to me once in Minnesota. I went outside one time and and it rolled down the street. I had to chase it. It was weird.
Not as funny as Bigfoot throwing M&Ms
Yeah,
at you. Okay,
you visualize that, don't you?
just go.
Son of a bitch.
You're gonna have to rewind that. 'Cause it's
All right. Oh yeah, you're right. All right. So
you guys make the determination.
now,
here, 'cause
some
this-
people also believe that this is some kind of an underground experiment in Siberia at the time. Okay, so I mean, you be the judge. We are just bringing the information to you, and you take it for what you will. All right. So here is what they call sound of screams, sounds of torture, and demonic voices coming from underground.
Yeah.
It should be coming, right?
No, it is right here.
Real audio. Listen in.
All right, that's freaky. That's freaky weird, dude.
4 seconds. Okay, so first question.
Wow.
Could that be just natural sounds coming from
The
hot
earth.
air movement, Earth?
That doesn't sound like natural sounds to me.
No.
I mean, and I also heard what sounded like someone on a loudspeaker. But if that is in a deep well hole somewhere in Siberia, you said it's that that there are skeptics, obviously, of it. I am a skeptic of it. But didn't you say it had been debunked?
Well, you know, there's people out there that can come up with ways where they can theorize what they think it is, and then they believe they debunked it, right? It's the same thing in paranormal. No matter how good the evidence you have, people are going to call it pseudoscience, and they're not going to give it any credibility.
Right. Yeah.
So now, you know, and that's
Audrey,
right.
yep.
Sounds
Audrey's-
like wind.
Yeah.
That would be the first thing you'd think of, right? But there is a part in there where it even sounds like a guy says, hello. You know what I mean? Should I play it again so you can hear that?
That's up to you.
I'm gonna play it one more time.
It's just a freaky weird
Yep.
sound.
It sounds like a guy says hello. One more time. Oh, welcome. That's what it sounded like.
Oh.
It sounded. Now, I'm not trying to put that thought in your brain. It was
Well,
at the.
now I can't not hear that.
Okay, well, now you're going to hear it again. All right. I'm going to play it right here. It sounds like the guy says, welcome. It sounds like there's like a lady's voice, and then a guy yells, welcome. Listen. Hear that?
I did then.
It does sound like welcome. That's why you heard it.
Wow.
So it
So
could be-
wind and water is what the consensus is.
We know that there's a lot going on within our planet. Some people believe that the Earth is hollow.
Okay.
And some people, you know, like probably the same people who believe that there's, you know, millions of children underneath the Capitol, probably believe that that's like children in some underground experiment. But now, there have been experiments with animals and people. I'm not saying that has anything to do with that. So I'm not saying it can't happen, right, when it comes to really sinister things like that. And it could be sound. It could be water. But it just sounds creepy. And what we learn through our conversations and experiences in life is that there's so much more going on as long as we're paying attention. There are so many things going on around us every single day that goes far beyond the manufactured reality that we live in.
Without a doubt.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Could you
without a
imagine if we had all our senses? Like cats can see in infrared.
I didn't know that, but that'd be cool if you could.
I wish I could just in one eyeball though, so I could shut it off when I just don't want to see an infrared. I got freaked out last night when I went downstairs and I didn't turn the lights on in my house.
What freaked you out about that?
The darkness.
You do sleep with the light on.
I do.
If I recall.
I kept thinking I was going to see somebody just peek around the corner real quick at me. That's my biggest fear, that I'm just going to see eyeballs.
Do
or
you
something.
walk around prepared to punch? I mean, if something happened like that, let's just say some intruder was in your house and they peeped their head around. Are you prepared? Are you constantly in a state of prepared to punch?
Not so much.
Or do you just tinkle a little bit when it happens?
Well, I poop a little bit. But, you remember when you were a kid? I don't even say that. Even now as an adult, if I'm going up dark stairs, I find myself as I progress up the stairs going faster and faster and faster. My biggest fear is something's going to grab my ankles when I'm going upstairs.
Oh, okay. I've never thought of it like that. But for me, my eyes are always on the stairs. I never want to look up at the top of the stairs. And I think it's because if I look up at the top of the stairs and there is something standing there or an intruder, they have the high ground. And I'm screwed.
What?
So all I want to do is barrel through them, right? That's why I keep my head down and up I go. Or I turn the lights on. I'm such a puss.
I am too. Hold on one second. Where is she? I just saw Angela. In fact, I'm going to try to get on her show. She does a lot of crystal healing, and I like to learn more about crystal healing.
Who is Angela?
She's a friend of mine from up north. She's a Midwest girl.
Okay.
Yep. I've read about aliens being under the ice out that way in Siberia. There are stories.
It's entirely possible. I mean, look, there's no telling what that sound is, but if it's been debunked, I'd like to know what they said.
Yeah, send us.
Was.
If you guys have anything, send us the information to info@abnormalrealities.com. Info@abnormalrealities.com. Hey, get Verve now. Get Verve now. CBD oil, facial cream.
We have a lot of sponsors, folks.
We do. Well, our main sponsors is Romika, but we also have Get Verve now, and we are working behind the scenes on a couple other things that's irrelevant to the show right now. But we're blessed, man. We're super blessed that you guys hang out with us. You listen. Those that are listening right now on Spreaker, iHeart, iTunes, everywhere. Mojo 50 Radio, Odyssey Radio,
Man,
Ops
we're honored you'd take your evenings and spend them with us.
Joe Cole Radio.
Yeah, we want to have fun with what we're doing. We believe we're having fun. I haven't laughed like that in a little while. Those that listen to the morning show that I'm on, you know that sometimes I can get lost in it, but I haven't laughed like that in a while.
It's a good escape, brother.
I'm going to laugh about it going to sleep tonight because I'm going to envision Bigfoot tossing M&Ms at you.
Ja, diese was du man schlafen, diese machen Butter.
We were getting hit by little pebbles.
Little pebbles.
Bigfoot throwing M&Ms.
Well, if you're laughing, then damn it, we done our job, brother. My man. Come on. Love you, brother. Oh, watch your elbow. Son of a bitch.
Damn, that hurt.
Hey, abnormalrealities.com. Get on over to iTunes. Make sure you give us a rating. Leave a comment. Tell us that we're sexy as hell. Ladies and gentlemen, we love the hell out of you. RomakeDesigns.com. Go over and check out my son's lures, WayfinderLures.com. But most of all, AbnormalRealities.com. Ron Phillips, take us home.
You already said everything, dude.
Tell me you love them.
We do. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Bye. All right, we are clear.
We are.
Boom. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate you hanging around tonight. You got anything else?
I love you.
I love you. I love you. I love you, man.
Love you guys. Tomorrow night, let's get busy. Get the hell out of here.